you ask anybody about the whole community center thing or the sidewalks?
I asked about that.
Yeah, so you don't.
Some said they would rather just, if we, instead of sending the money back, that, yeah, we should do the community center instead of giving them money back, because our, it's free money. Yes, I did ask that.
They didn't want the sidewalk, so did they?
They don't want sidewalks, though, no.
No, they don't want sidewalk.
Won't give us that space.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Don?
I do, but I don't know if this is the appropriate time.
Sure.
Where are we at? Well, we were talking earlier about not getting information that we should get, It just seems, I don't get a lot, Russell doesn't get it, we just don't get it. And you say the office is open. I came here several weeks ago. I asked you for some, for the letter that was written to the state attorneys with all the documents, the emails, the procedures relating to alleged malfeasance. I asked for that information.
That was a couple months ago?
It was several, okay, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But you told me no.
You asked for a letter that was written to them about it?
That's right.
I didn't write any letter. How can I provide it to you?
Okay. Zim said that he sent a letter to the state's attorney with all this information right here. It's on the minutes of the July meeting. Look at there. I'm not making.
I'm not in possession of any such letters, so I can't give you what I don't
Well,
have.
who sent the letter? Then I asked him, and he told me that he can't give it to me because it's an investigation going on, and I'm not allowed to see it. I asked him if he saw it. He goes, yeah, he saw it, but it was an accident. Now, why can't we get this information? I don't need an FOI, freedom of information, to get that. I'm a council member. We all have the same amount of authority.
I can't provide what I don't have, and I
There's
don't
never a
have
letter.
any
Well, who
such
sent the
There
letter?
was never a letter, it was never said there was
I've
a
never
letter.
seen any letter. I don't have a
We said
letter.
we contacted them.
Pardon?
We contacted them, and they proceeded on with their stuff. We don't
I
have
don't know,
it.
it says documents, emails relating to alleged malfeasance, unlawful, unethical activity, breach of trust, misuse of powers as town officials. It says that I want to see the letter, I want to see the letter that you sent. You said you sent this. You said, you told me it was an investigation going on, that's why you can't give
There
it to
is
me.
an open investigation, they haven't closed anything, and that is that was the information that we give to them. We didn't send it in a letter, they came here and got the report themselves.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, that's how you file things, you don't send letters, you call the authorities and they come and write a report.
Okay, then did you give them the documents, emails, and the procedure relating to the alleged malfeasance?
Contact Levy County Sheriff's Department, if they're ready to release it, they'll release it.
Why didn't you tell me that then? You told me, no, I can't see it because it's an
That's because we
investigation.
can't see it, I can't
That's
get that
what he's
information,
saying.
you can't, the
He's
Sheriff's
saying the
Department
same
has
thing
it.
to you right now than what you just said. You said he couldn't give it to you because it's an open investigation. He's telling you the same thing now.
Well, how do you know it's an open investigation?
Well, I
Because
don't
it's
know, I
not
haven't
closed.
called down everything.
What do you mean it's not? How do you know it's open?
So what
They
he's
haven't
saying
contacted
is,
us back.
do we have any documentation from that we can look at ourselves?
If you
Here,
go through any public records, all the.
that we don't have nothing that the state's attorney said, hey, we got something against Russell, we can't, I mean, that's what I'm asking. I think that's what
They
he's
have
saying.
not given us anything.
They
to
haven't
say
given y'all
That's
nothing.
correct.
No.
And you've given them.
So y'all
They've
didn't,
come and
so how did they
they've come-
find out? I mean,
We called them on the reports and the things you've seen, and they came out.
When you
and
walk
they showed
into
them
an
the missing
office,
documents and stuff.
when you walk into an office and there's piles of paperwork and everything is out of order, it is your duty to report that to the
so you called
authorities.
them,
Yeah,
and then they came in.
Yes.
and they make a
Okay,
report.
that's what I was wanting
Yeah,
to get at.
and they make a report. And then, as you're going through boxes, which they're still being gone through, you find things. You give them to the authorities so they can build their investigation.
And what
As
have you
long
given
as,
them?
as long as that is going on, it's open. If it's open, you don't get stuff back and forth until it's closed. They're not gonna hand out all this paperwork to everybody while they're doing an investigation. They don't go around talking about it. They do what they need to do.
So what have they got?
Still open.
They got 6,000 emails, I've heard that.
Okay, yeah. Well,
And-
how come I can't see some of them? I asked to see some of the emails, which they do exist, and you told me I can't see them. You know, so.
Yeah, you
it
can
just
see
doesn't
them
make
now.
sense to me.
You
Yeah,
never-
you can see them now.
Now, why couldn't I see him several
All
weeks
you did
ago?
was come in several months ago and ask for a letter that doesn't
That
exist.
was right after he made the statement that
Here again, Don,
perfectly
next
right,
appointment is,
July
let me know when you're
11th,
coming.
minutes.
I will sit you down in the chair, and I will open the email and let you just look. But you're gonna have to let me know so that I can put aside what I'm working on for you to sit in that
Why
chair.
tell me I can't see it?
She just told you to come
I
see it.
just,
You've been
yeah,
told to come see
just let me
it.
know when you're coming in, and sit down and
You were
look.
sitting right there and you were kind of in agreement with him.
No, I didn't mention anything.
About putting all them emails on a little thumb drive and give it to him and he can plug it into
Well,
his computer.
because if he does that, then I have to charge him.
15
Because
cents a
he's no
page.
better than anybody else. I don't care whether you are on, oh,
No,
no.
we're on this
Really?
council. That's not
Really?
it.
So when I called you doing all the stuff you were doing, I asked for all those documents, you and Mary said I had to pay, y'all charge me
15 cents a
y'all charge me
copy.
$3 a page.
It's the state level, 15
That's
cents.
right, that's right. So if you want a copy of all of those,
15
whether it's
cents a copy.
digital
If
or,
the people that are on this council don't have to do that, call your lawyer and ask him.
okay, yeah, show it to me. Because I'll find out, because no, you're no better than anybody else, Russell.
Call
And
your
you're no
lawyer.
better than anybody
We're
else.
council members, don't you understand that? We're all elected officials.
Our previous
Shit.
Our previous attorney told him that sitting right in a meeting.
15 cents.
How many pages is it?
Are you saying that he can come and, he can look at them all, you can't take them out? If you take, if the information out, you have to be
I
charged.
have to charge you, but you can come and sit down
So
and look at
you
it.
can come see it here, you just can't take it.
No, okay?
Anytime you want to look at it, you can
And I'm just telling you, let me know so I can set aside what I'm working on, so you can sit in my chair, because there's only one computer, and there's only one chair.
Well, that doesn't answer the question why I was denied that.
I can't answer that question, because I have no part of that.
It's okay, you come and get it now. Okay, fine. But, there's all these stumbling blocks going forward with this stuff, you know, I don't know. Certainly,
And yes, sir, and today you'll make that comment, it's right there, and then tomorrow you'll have a different attitude altogether. So just
So we're
make
just
up
going-
your
we're just going in
mind
a
what
circle
you
here.
see.
consistent.
We're just going in a
People
circle.
tell
Can
me
we move
stuff, and I
on?
know otherwise, it's just not right.
Okay, so you can get with her and make an appointment and do
Yeah.
that.
You can come and see
So,
them, just like
next-
the books. Anybody can come and sit down at this table
Is there
I
and
thought you were
review
saying
it.
now, that's not what you said several weeks ago.
But you didn't ask me. You did not personally ask me to look at that.
You were sitting right there, the
Don,
conversation.
there are 90 million things going in my head right now.
Talk with the board of plans, talk with the administrator, advertising them,
And then,
have we heard anything
No,
from the?
no.
was there a question about the public records with the recording?
Yes, that was my
People are
question.
requesting.
Russell, you went to the ethics class and you were told that anything that sat at this table became public record. I have requested twice a copy of the minutes of the report. Thank you, that's all you have to do. I have people who would like them and they'll be charged as much as anybody else.
Okay.
Thank you.
For our announcements, there's the children's food table every other Friday at 1 o'clock, the 13th and the 27th. We still have, you can sign up for emails for the water bills, so it's cheaper and you get it faster. The Waukesasa Water and Wastewater meeting will be October 18th at 1 p.m. That one will be in Bronson at 660 East Hathaway Ave. Anybody else have any other announcements they'd like to add? All right, then we can open it up for public comments. You have 3 minutes to comment on any item or issue discussed at this meeting. Did anybody have any comments they'd like to discuss? Yes, sir.
I would just like to say thank you to those board members that are participating in a positive way and trying to look out for the people of Otter Creek. I want to commend you, Gail, for stepping out and doing something to reach out to those people that don't come to the meeting. I think that's great. I wish people had done that in the past. Of all the minutes that I've seen and videos of the past, before I was here 6 years ago, it wasn't like that. I mean, we're holding a meeting for about an hour, and we're getting a lot of things accomplished. A lot of things accomplished. I think you have the best mayor this town has ever had, from what I've ever seen or heard, and you should really take advantage of that and get on board with it. It ain't just because she's my wife, she's smart. She reads. So if she says something, it's because she's already checked it, she's already researched it. She's not malicious, she's not vindictive, and she's gonna hold
No one's
everyone.
accusing her of that.
Everyone, I'm just saying, this is about time. She's always gonna be in the spotlight, she's always gonna be in the light. So if you have
That's
something,
fine, that's what we need.
yeah, good, then rally behind her and quit saying no to everything that's being proposed to her. It's all positive stuff.
So you're saying that we should go along with whatever
Not
they
go along
want?
with
That's what
they
you're
want.
saying.
No, I'm saying that you need.
3 minutes up.
If you have a no, then have a reason for the no.
3 minutes up.
Okay, well,
You don't think I have a reason? Don't. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, did anybody else have anything? Yes.
$100?
Okay, Joy?
I'm just really disgusted with the town. This town used to be full of loving people, people who cared about one another, didn't judge people, didn't put them on Front Street. I can't even go meet a neighbor for fear of being put on Front Street for speaking with them. And I'm just like, I think it's a crying shame that the people
It's
of this
sad.
town have gotten to this point. I'm not putting blame on anyone, I just find it.
It's hard. It's
Sad.
hard to go to Walmart. It's
Yeah.
hard to go to Winn-Dixie. It's hard
Yeah, it is
because you are in the limelight.
I at work, I can't even say, they'll say, where do you live? I say, Otter Creek, and they start it, oh my God.
Well, they come up to me with a bingo. I can't tell them about bingo.
Anyway, I find it sad that we are not united like we used to be.
Our town,
Yep,
as far as the love goes, I agree.
it is.
Everybody agrees. The whole people that I talked to yesterday agrees our town has went.
That's all
We
I
don't
have.
have to let. We have hate
Yeah,
and the people, the comments. I know we shouldn't read them, but they humiliate us. They're laughing at us. It's bad. It's really bad.
It'll get straightened out.
Yeah, I hope.
It'll all go away.
That's what I said. Let's ride out the storm.
All right, thank you, Joy. Mr. Fuller?
Just wanted to mention a few things that went on in this meeting. One in particular, when Brian asked about the procedure for carrying a motion forward. If you look at your charter, Otter Creek did accept parliamentary law as its form of government or its form of running a meeting. And in that form, parliamentary law, you should ask for a motion, a second, and then discussion. And in that discussion, usually the audience goes first, then the council, because the council will discuss what the audience has brought forward, and then come up with a decision among yourselves.
What ordinance was this?
I haven't read that in the charter, and I've read the charter.
Yeah, because I haven't.
He doesn't talk about
Hold on,
parliament.
Well,
this is his comment to the
Yeah.
board. Please, nobody interrupt.
And the point being, you have to, if you look at Division of Corporations, they will not accept a charter without some method of conducting business. And the accepted two ways are Robert's Rules of Order, which is a summary of parliamentary law or parliamentary law. But it's a simple way of doing business because the public has to have an opportunity to comment on every decision that is being made. And so I would just suggest in the future that we go by parliamentary procedure or just Robert's Rules of Order, which is a simple method of parliamentary procedure. If I can help with that, I'll be glad to help with that.
Again, I'll pull our charter and make sure how it, because there's a section in there in the minutes.
Of
that
how business is
explains
conducted.
and how it is. And it's like when you argued with us about the public speaking on any subject, and you're saying, no, that's not proper. In our charter, under meetings, section C says the public has 3 minutes on any one subject. It doesn't have to be what we talked about.
That
It
is
can be
correct. That is
So I will
correct.
look and see how the charter
No.
says we're supposed to conduct these meetings, and I will let everyone know. We will go back and I'll highlight it and see, there it is. Because if we're going forward the right way.
Yes.
And if this is what our charter says, then that's what we will do.
Very good. The other thing I'd like to bring up is that we have to be careful about the difference between an ordinance and a resolution.
That is very so.
Resolutions are used to make decisions. An ordinance is a law.
That's very
And
true.
we need to separate ordinances from laws. You can make a decision on anyone or any action using a resolution, not necessarily an ordinance, because an ordinance is supposed to last until it's repealed. And so, for that reason, I suggest that we look at that difference, and we make decisions based on resolutions and not on
That
ordinances.
is correct. That's what we're trying to do going forward. That was one of the things when we sought legal counsel as to our building and zoning, and I had other questions. That was one of the
Okay, and the last thing is the fact that emergencies can be declared if it is an emergency, like purchasing a computer right now. If it is an emergency, it is an emergency, just like the purchase before. That is a caveat to any purchase, is that if it is an emergency, a legitimate emergency, and you have to justify that, it can be done. So just moving forward, that needs to be considered.
We did, we kept that in mind, and then we looked at the prior minutes. And that's how we determined, okay, what was said in these minutes prior to us? What was said? Because I wasn't here. So all I can go by is what the public record showed on the minutes that were discussed, okay? We spent almost $2,000 on a printer, color printer scanner. But we did go by the ordinance. The ordinance says 3 quotes over $500, and if you can't get the 3 quotes, then it needs to go for a bid. But we spent $2,000
Except for
on.
emergency sake.
It's not even
That was
written in there.
the-
Yeah. So we need to add that part in there because it doesn't say anything about emergency.
Neither was
And then
putting an
again,
attorney on Zoom.
you
That
know,
wasn't
we looked at what was said to say, okay, everybody wants this new administration, and I want this new administration to go forward with the fight, as I was told.
And that is
All
what,
of
that
those
is
things.
what I'm asking as well.
And that is what we're trying to do. We're
Very
trying
good.
not to make the same mistakes. Yes, we need a new computer, and I pray that I don't hit it and knock it off, and I'm constantly backing it up, but I won't cut it off, because I might not get it back up. There are ways around that, but in the meantime, I will do exactly what our ordinances said. It said over $500. If I need this project, I will put it out for bid. And then when I don't get anything, then we'll discuss it from there. Because that's what the Bible said. The Bible said, we're gonna run this office just like you're supposed to. And I'm going to do just that. But also, it doesn't matter who sits on this board, because they need to do the exact same thing. So that's what we're going to make sure that
Look at
happens.
emergency situations, because in emergency situations, that is the caveat to any of the rules set forth, and that should be considered.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Was there anybody else who had any comment?
Get the quotes. Why can't more than one quote? Gainesville has plenty of computer places.
But there's no one who will back them up if something goes wrong. That's my problem. I'm so sorry.
Is it official that the meeting will be at 6 rather than 7?
No.
No.
They're gonna keep it inside.
Okay.
Somebody else? Comment?
Yes.
I just wanted to make a comment because of the comment that Mr. Fuller made. I can stand up so we can see me. I agree with Mr. Fuller about parliamentary law or parliamentary procedure, and Robert's Rules of Order. I think it's a great thing to have. But I would like to make one little other caveat to that. is Mr. Fuller sat on this board and watched that not happen in the videos that I've watched in the past before I got here, and didn't say anything about how other mayors were handling things and not telling people, this is your turn to speak. He didn't give the opportunity for other people to speak in the videos that I've seen. And it's been videoed for some time. It's been videoed for longer than these people have been videoing it, because it's been videoed since 2013, 14, 15. You'll find videos back then. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that nobody gets along, because that's ultimately the goal that we want, is we want a town where everybody gets along. I've never lived in a town, a small town. I'm sorry. It's awful that y'all don't get along.
We can. We used to.
We
But you didn't, as far as what I've seen.
Because chaos came.
Chaos was happening.
Chaos was
It
here.
was happening.
But it might have
It was
been, but
quiet chaos.
But you were not-
We loved each other regardless.
Yes, ma'am.
Regardless, we loved each
May I finish,
other.
because I care about everybody.
That's the way we were. We loved
Yes,
each other.
ma'am.
Now we can't even, we're scared.
Everybody's scared. I'm scared.
You know what I mean?
I'm scared to drive down
walk out my
the road.
car because there's so many people down our road filming.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
And
Filming.
you know,
Filming.
you know that I go down that road every single day,
Yeah.
because my job takes
Yeah.
me there. And it makes me nervous to drive
Because
down
there
the
are
road.
many people who are filming. Where
I
these
shouldn't
people
have to
come
be
from?
that way, but my point is this. This board is trying to change this. This board is trying to make it better, and everybody's butting heads. And everybody's nagging it on.
Yeah.
And if everybody really wants to be neighborly to each other, then let's have the procedures, but it's gonna start right here in this room. And if you guys can't get along, and if you guys have grudges against each other, and purposely
That's where we got
do things because of spite and hate, then this town is doomed. And it's not because of these people, it's because of the few that are here that do nothing but want to antagonize. And an entire meeting, these people got voted in here to make this place better. If you want this place to be better, I pray I get to vote next time, and I can't wait. And I hope every single person that lives in this town votes. And I hope, Gail, I hope you
I'm
talk
not
them
running.
into
You
it.
can forget I'm not running.
No, I hope you, when you go to those people, that you encourage them and encourage them and encourage them and encourage them to vote. Because you need good people
Yeah, I
in this
am.
town.
They all will vote. Yeah.
But this
They
didn't
wanna
start,
change. They
this
already
didn't
wanna
start
change.
this year. This didn't start this year.
Change from
This started
Yeah, they wanna
a
change
long,
all
long
that.
time ago.
From
With
this.
6,000 emails of making fun of people that live in this town.
Yeah.
I see it in every set of minutes I
In
read, whether it's
a,
1996 or now.
I'm almost, I know I gotta be up 3 minutes, but in a man who just tonight said that there was no,
I don't know who it is.
what do you call it? Where was they, where they, he got the truck. He didn't sign an agreement for a truck. He just said it. But then he turned around and said, oh, he didn't. He signed the agreement for the truck because he knew he was getting the money for the truck. Okay, we understand that, but why lie about it and say you didn't put your name in black and white? Why lie about it? Okay, what would you call
I
it?
said it wasn't all right.
What would you call it? It was a hiding of the truth.
Hold on.
Omission.
Omission.
This is a comment to the board, and we're not gonna get all that. Okay? I just don't want the bickering going back and forth. I want-
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to
You
say.
can't call somebody
Everybody
lying.
needs to be honest.
3 minutes are up.
Okay,
Everybody needs to be honest. That's all I'm saying.
let's call that for 3 minutes, okay?
Thanks.
Did anybody else have anything?
Yeah, but you wanna make me get in trouble. So you-
Hey, Vicky does.
Because they say something,
Vicky?
I'll say something.
I would say something, but I don't want all the cameras on me, so I'm gonna sustain.
You have a right
Can y'all take
not
the
to be
cameras down
filmed.
where she can
Not
say
in
something or
public
not?
place.
Public building, you
Can you at least,
Not in the
can you
government
offer
building.
to not
I'll
point them
respect
at
that.
her?
And I will respect it too.
Offer to not point them at her, at least.
I can respect that.
I respect it.
Did you want to make a comment, Vicki?
I don't think I can right now. This is ridiculous. Scary. You know, Gail has lived here all her life. A lot of the other people have. And this is a meeting that you come into with adults that can't even get along, that acts like children. You know, this is shameful. And you want to help the town with 45 houses, with the people here? I do not see that in this meeting that I was in tonight with certain board members. I respect Belinda for how she stood up for herself when we first came in here, when she was shouted out. Belinda, I respect that a lot as a woman of what you took at this meeting. But I have to say, it is very shameful to have adult people here that can't even sit in a meeting and be respectful to each other. You know, just like Gail went from door to door to help the citizens, the people that live here in Otter Creek. You know, that is taking a lot of her time to respect what she has here. That is someone that wants to commit to the town of Otter Creek. Yes, I was born and raised in Otter Creek. This here used to be where we used to come and have our 4-H meetings. You did not ever have, you know, times have changed, but people got along. They may have disagreements, but they still loved and talked them out. They didn't shout at each other in a public meeting like this. This is, you know, I have to say, very shameful. I would like to see Otter Creek get back to the way it was. Restore some of the old buildings. You know, you can make money by opening up, like the old post office. Bring it back like historical sites. You will have people wanting to come in and visit. But the way it is now, if you don't have people agree to make it better, it's not going to get better. And Gail, they don't need to lose you because you have a big opinion in Otter Creek.
Thank you, Vicki. Was there anybody else who had anything? Anybody on the board? All right, meeting adjourned.
People hit you in the head.
That was back in the day.
Boy, wasn't it?
When you could it was, y'all get scared and you could run the whole town.
I'm gonna tell you what, Doug was all crippled. And Johnny got into a fight and they snatched him.